What it seems to me, Tom Serson, Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Day, Perdita Quinwan, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961 Oyster Cracker Man, Bitted by 4 Blue Boy Boxes, GPS Paso, Robo, Raiders Night, Red, Randy, Red Gordon, and Ellery's, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Doug King, Perlita, Karen. What you guys, people are revealing to me, reference Crips, the gang Crips, written on the ground. What you people are revealing to me is how you all lost the war, and your attitudes are reflective of the people you've lost during those wars, and therefore you can only create a reality based on the resources and money that is left behind. And so, like I said, you all reference a man wearing a tank top, San Diego, black and white glasses. So again, people reveal motives, intent, and agendas about how you fight the war. Therefore, largely in a military base in a city, most of you are going to lose the war to that military unit, which is stronger than those who work together as a team. That would be the Navy or any other branch that's here, or the police officers or the firefighters, FBI, CIA, tech companies, whatever. Street war is unhealthy. It's just not a good way, so it's hard to win those. So the nations that are rich and who are more organized are generally going to have the better lifestyle, protect their resources, and win the war. But most of you who keep talking this street murmur about who's a hero and who's not, you guys keep losing. I would have to say GPS Paso Robo Rapist Night Day Perlita is that you keep stalking this city and you have a made-up Indian story that you keep running back and forth in the nation is why you lose the war, because you're full of fucking shit. Because you don't tell the story of the other side of what happened to those you persecuted to supposedly make your victorious win, Perlita, which is nothing but full of lies and shit. That's why I tell people, source it back to Pitkin Street, Jamaica Street, 1979 to current date, October 14th, 1979. Because I don't know much of the adult's history behind that. I can kind of surmise what happened. That's why I come back to these cities. That's what the group of you get all scared, just like before. Therefore, yes, it can be conclusive, Joe and Harry and Bernard, that other realities did exist until you guys came through and abused the children to take their shit and change it around. Fairmount, faggot, get it, whisper, 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 all the excuses of their crime boast spree as they abuse 3 or 4 times children that kind of look the same name over and over and over and over again. Your favorite spoiled people, Joe. And then they blame the girls, this and that. But sometimes the girls don't have a choice because they don't want to live in a shitty lifestyle, Joe. Or you men pressure to fuck them because you're rapists and they don't want to get screwed over again. So how do you win? I give the names of the fathers. Could they be my enemies? Could these be possibly my enemies? Jay Beswick, Greg Faust, Paul Puller, Carl McBride, Ron Miller, possibly. Who knows? Melco, maybe. Jewish, Colin Powell, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. I just choose to give the whole block of information of the street war because that's generally the scam that screwed everybody over from a time period where things might be generally better or where people followed certain traditions that made technology and stuff work versus where those who went around stealing everything and not making it work, claiming that they rule the world now. So Robo Knight, since everybody seems to love you or Ellery that much, or the Carney Bernard and his supposed great justice that he handed down on the world, but Elton and them can't keep their story straight, everybody's lying. You lost the war, Bernard, simply because you wanted to challenge me, and then people say Adolf Hitler, which is German, or Stalin, and you guys go after the Zilligs or the Faust or any German name, and then the minister's going, shh, you should have chosen, shh, the SCH people, the Schwartzes, they're all mangled up. The Jew, So you guys, it just comes down to who's the most spoiled and protected being on the earth. And since you guys really have a session for Perlita, or any of the girls that I like, which would be Bailey or Kim or my cousins, it says something, Joe, or Sasha, or whatever. You group them in, sat down, saw the group of girls that me, Brian, or Jim Neal liked, and you attacked it to win your war. Therefore, I put those names there because it's very obvious that it's cowboy country and Western, or the Negroes, or the Spanish prison stuff. And they go, well, why does this suck? Why doesn't it work? Because you keep attacking and fucking over the wrong people and you know how to make it work. That's not winning a war. But I'll tell you, Bernard, if you're trying to be the Nazi German there, Dave, you've lost to your own master. And you even lost to the Jews. Because there's far more even American Christians, just because there's far more smarter people in warfare than just some kid that's paid off to run around like with Perlita with heads in the bus going around, this is the truth, all American. The All-American until it lost, and those boxes lost, and the cans lost, Bernard, because you put it there for people to fucking worship, and then the cults come in and go, yay, we won. That was the counter. No, it isn't. You're fighting a religious war. You're forcing me to fight a religious war that I don't have nothing to do with. Therefore, if you end all of that, then your realities will change. Because they're facing the same problem overseas as it is here. And then when you finish that, then you guys can get back to making the cool stuff like you used to do. But you all aren't doing that because you want to play Jerry Springer, who's placed the fat chick with the skinny chick, or the skinny guy. Sorry, I don't do that shit. And guess what? Cowboy Indian Joe, if you're going to do the country and western Indian story, just like the Indians overhunted the buffalo, and the buffalo are fat, the fat people, buffalo, overhunted the thin people. There you go, war hero.